18
Years have passed since Goku and his friends thwarted the evil King Piccolo's plans for global conquest. Thanks to their heroic efforts, the shadow of doom was lifted from the world, and a new day of hope has dawned. For in the years since Piccolo's defeat, it has been a time of rebuilding, healing, prosperity, and peace for the citizens of Earth. But, unknown to them, at this very moment, a new threat to humankind is hurtling through the solar system. And as the mysterious invader makes its final approach to Earth, one thing is certain. The peaceful era the human race has enjoyed for the last 5 years is about to come crashing to an end. The South Galaxy has been shattered by a Super Saiyan.
We've got to do something! Our galaxy's next!
Who is this mysterious Saiyan warrior that now darkens the skies with his presence? His search for the one named Kakarot has already led him to Piccolo, one of the most powerful fighters on Earth. Could it lead him to Goku as well? The answers to these burning questions will soon be revealed, and Goku will discover the secrets of his past next time on Dragon Ball Z!
What's the problem, Kakarot? Have you given up? You think 3-on-1 will do any good? Do you really believe you have enough power to beat me? Broly, you surprised me. So I'd say you won the first round. But now it's time for round 2. Dragon Ball Z! Budokai Tenkaichi!
4.
So when did the next installment of Tenkaichi start development? Let's call it Tenkaichi 4. Well, there's currently no known info, so we can only speculate with an ocean of salt. I think development started way back in 2019. Fighter Z released a year prior. After Xenoverse 2's success, they needed a multi-year plan to execute a game like Tenkaichi 4, well, the successor. Then they ported Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission in 2019 to cover that year's game. And they announced Kakarot made by a completely different studio, which is CyberConnect 2, known for Naruto. So multiple studios are working on DBZ games at the same time. After Kakarot's release in January 2020, they needed a new project. Thus they decided to do two things. Port Kakarot to Nintendo Switch, the new release of 2021, as they needed to release a game every year and have Dimps work on Dragon Ball The Breaker since 2020 with Xenoverse 2's reused assets to make development quicker and turn out the game a year later or 2 years later. Thus that covered 2021 and 2022, while keeping the core 3D arena happy with the DLC in Xenoverse 2 and some DLC in Kakarot. They now need a game for 2023. This game is Dragon Ball Super Card Game Digital Edition, and possibly, I hope, they may consider remastering Tenkaichi 1, 2 and 3 in like a simple collection to bring something more this year. I don't think it's too difficult just to fix some stuff like widescreen patching and basically upscale the resolution and maybe configure some controls. That's basically all they need to do. And if they want to, they can also upscale the textures. But I hope they consider that, but I'm not sure they're gonna. But we got Tenkaichi 4. So what's to rule out this? But I think they might consider something like that. The reason is, even though the super card game is great, they may need something more for this year. And I don't think Tenkaichi 4 is coming this year. It must be like 2024, earliest 2024 quarter 2. Or if you think about it, they might even delay it, well, not delay, but develop till 2025, because this is a trilogy of games that is beloved by DBZ community, and they want to maybe keep everybody happy with this one. So let's see what happens. Tenkaichi 4 finally got its announcement, or basically a quick reveal, just to announce it. And people are rejoicing. Now, back to the trilogy remaster. If they consider doing that, that I think would be a good idea, because if you look at Microsoft's Age of Empires, they made Age of Empires 4, but before they did that, they remastered 1, 2 and 3, making the necessary steps to bring back the series. Now, if they do this with Tenkaichi, they are also going to bring back the series. People are going to garner more interest into it, more people are going to know about it, and there's going to be more sales for Tenkaichi 4. And of course they're going to have DLC coming for Tenkaichi 4 as well. So that would just be the best way to go about it. But let's see what happens. Maybe we are surprised, because I'm certainly already surprised by Tenkaichi 4 and I'm super hyped, even though I don't look hyped. I am. But I've been hyped for 4 days straight, and that's the problem why I don't look hyped. It's because I'm like in an adrenaline rush just about this game, because I've been waiting and waiting for so long. And I can't explain how happy I am just to hear there is a Tenkaichi successor. Now, Ultimate Tenkaichi, many consider it to be a very bad game. Now, I agree with some aspects of that, because I did not like the rock, paper, scissors thing. But if there's one thing they can take from Tenkaichi, or Ultimate Tenkaichi, it's those boss fights. I don't like quick time events, but those boss fights were so exhilarating. I mean, you even fight the GT Dragon. I can't remember what his name is, but you fight that dragon, and you fight most of the bosses. Metal Cooler. Before that, you Hundagon and everything else. Now, they can take those boss fights, improve upon that, make it more interactive, and what I would also like to see is the same thing with that custom characters in Ultimate Tenkaichi. Reason being, yes, Xenoverse is awesome, but Ultimate Tenkaichi draw me in with its story more. Now, Xenoverse also has great story and everything, but I mean, in Ultimate Tenkaichi, your character can actually talk, and it has a narrative behind it. With Xenoverse, your character is just standing there and listening to everybody. Now, another thing about Ultimate Tenkaichi I do like is the Budokai 3-esque traveling around the planet looking for stuff, doing boss fights and that stuff. So that is also a thing they can take from. Now, enough about Ultimate Tenkaichi. What I also like to see is what if characters. If you remember from the Raging Blast series, there were Broly and Vegeta Super Saiyan 3. Now, another thing I also liked about Raging Blast series were the customization you can do with your character. You can take some characters' sets of stuff, like let's just say their key charge. You can take like Broly's key charge and place it onto some other character, and it looks awesome. I mean, that's some customization I do like. Now, the game I appreciated most from the Tenkaichi series, the game I played first was Tenkaichi 1, and that's after Tenkaichi 3 released. Yes, it had a lot of issues as well, but it was a great game as well. I liked the idea about the Z Battle Gate. That was my preferred Tenkaichi experience for a long time. Just the Z Battle Gate and those fusions of couldn't remember what its name is. Like capsules, but that made you unlock characters. Like the Potara earrings, but it was like Potara fusion items you use to unlock characters. When I first found that out, I was still a kid, so I didn't really understand, let's just say, I didn't really understand you could unlock stuff. And I found out about that, and I felt like I could unlock everything. I can unlock everything in that game. Even my imagination. That is how happy I were to find that out. So I wouldn't mind if they put something like that back in as well, because that's definitely part of the Tenkaichi experience, is that Potara fusion type of thing that unlocks items and skills and stuff. Yeah, it has a new name in new games, but I like the old name better. That's simple. Tenkaichi 2 also had some additions like the Spirit Bomb thing. That was cool. I like that as well. I would love to see that as well. And now, of course, we're going to go to the roster. I don't expect them to bring in every single character in the game from Tenkaichi 3, but it would be wonderful to see it, but that's certainly not going to happen. But they might consider bringing most of them. And there's of course going to be DLC, and I will be happy to give my money away for those DLC. I know some people hate DLC, but when a game gets support, you get things like Tenkaichi 4. Without Xenoverse, Fighters and Kakarot gaining such support from the community, we wouldn't be getting Tenkaichi 4. So I'm happy to give my money if need be. It's a self-sacrifice to get them to make stuff cool. So yeah, that's my, you could say that was my wish list for Tenkaichi 4. There's a lot of things that were cool, even about the Budokai series. If they could bring back Budokai 2's weird fusions, that was awesome as well. But I won't be putting my hopes on all of my wishes, but this is not going to be a wish list. I'm just happy it's back. Even if they just bring up like 60 characters and it has the same gameplay. I don't mind if there's a lot of lacking content in the beginning, but at least I want this game to have support and have a community behind it, so we can grow it like we grow. So we can grow it like we grew Xenoverse 2. Now, for the development cycle, if it is 2019, yes. If they started development in 2019, they should be good into 4 years of development. Now, the first year, they probably only planned it out. Literally getting designs in and choosing platforms to develop on, getting teams ready to start development. Basically, that's the big planning phase. So 2020, after Kakarot's release, if I'm correct, I think it came out in 2020 January. Yes, it's January. Now, they released the game, and from there on, they should have been started. They should have started on Tenkaichi 4 already, because designing characters in 3D modeling at that high level of detail is hard. With animations we saw from the trailer as well, animations and quality of characters are insane, and that takes a long time. So they at least did start in 2020, but I think it's 2019 because they needed to plan out everything as well. So they probably did start early, and I'm just happy to see it. If they had already have a 4-year cycle of development, that must mean this game is bigger than we think it's going to be, and that excites me a lot. But this is only speculation on my part. 4-year development cycle already, that would be great for the game. And if they add another year with 2023, and maybe to like mid 2024, they could polish this game quite well. But let's see what happens. That's all I can say. Let's see where this game is going and how it looks. And they probably will bring a bigger trailer maybe at the end of this year, or maybe like Summer Games Fest or E3. We might see something, but let's wait and see. Now, if you like this video, please drop a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers now. It's been a while. If you want to, you can also check out my playthrough of Budokai 1, 2, and I am actually currently working on Budokai 3. I'm gonna upload, I don't know, in a few months. I will be uploading Budokai 3 and Tenkaichi 1, because I'm gonna try and finish the whole Tenkaichi series as well. And I'm also going to try and finish Raging Blast 1, 2, Burst Limit, and Ultimate Tenkaichi, as well as Xenoverse 1 and 2. I already done that, but I'm gonna redo everything because I'm very excited. I'm very excited about Tenkaichi 4, so I'm gonna literally play the whole, well, everything. I'm gonna play all the games through as fast as possible to get my hype under some sort of level of calm, because I'm gonna be hyped for a long time. I'm trying to calm myself down by playing all these games. So let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.